I'm black.
Right.
I thought it was LL Cool J. Girth. Right. Welcome to
Girth.
All right. So this is the part when I say, if your grandmother is up and your kids is up with your grandmother, tell them to take their punk asses to bed. Night, night. Welcome to Girth, y'all. We do this every Tuesday, 9-ish o'clock. And in case you don't know what 9-ish, fuck you, you know what we talking about. We get started when we get started, when things can be ready. That's what we do. Anybody whose parents or family members is dealing with it, whatever they dealing with, we just going to be honest with you. Right now. He said, I'm slide. Fantastic voyage. Remember that? Slide.
Slide.
Volume on the TV. I don't know how to cut out this ain't the volume one. This don't hold the volume. No, that ain't the TV. That's just this is my phone. Yeah. Oh, it is TV.
I was gonna say.
Well, hey Cal, hand me that remote over there. Oh yeah, you ain't even on the screen. Cause you don't know, there's no malfunctions in the studio. We just got to cut down the goddamn volume. Okay, to the left of me, the one and only, the bigger homie that's bigger than me.
You didn't even introduce yourself, did you?
Oh, I'm Miles Dixon. I just told them to tell their grandma to take her punk ass to bed.
That was it.
So I wasn't trying to be weird. Okay, the one and only, the homie that's bigger than me. He go by the name. I'm gonna give you a proper introduction. Okay?
Here we go.
He ranged from the 48205. He write books. And he writes on women's breasts. If you get too close, titty check! Q Lewis, y'all, give him a round of applause.
You know what it is, man. It's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live.
For the 48205.
Red Zone, baby.
Gang, gang. Gang, gang. That's what we do, gang, gang. And the one who's fanning herself to death.
Right, already.
She have her midnight summers during the day and night.
My personal summer.
Her personal summers.
Yes.
It's warm in here.
It's very warm in
It's
here.
very warm in here.
She has that sultry voice, the kind of voice that make you just want to grab some shea butter.
For your face. Right.
What's happening here?
Ladies and gentlemen, Cap is on the damn microphone.
Yo,
Give a round of
what's up, everybody? Lady Cat in the house on the mic.
What you gonna do with the shea butter?
Right.
What exactly is
Put it on your
happening
face.
here?
Just imagine some shit, okay? X videos and shea butter.
Blemishes
Oh.
on your face.
Oh.
We're going to keep it clean.
Like, if you call that getting some blemishes on your face, okay.
On that note.
And the one who's at the end of the table, he sits at the head of the table every single week. He looks like he's a criminal coming through your window to snatch up the pussy.
Damn.
He's one smooth motherfucker, sugar. He go by the name of Don Snipe. Hello. Snipe. Sniperoo. Snipe.
Gotta get my Eddie Murphy smile on.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Uh-oh.
Is that your mama?
That's my son and my daughter.
Oh, he drinking. He drinking like a mug.
He drinking tea.
Tea. Oh. I thought you. Back to you. Okay. So
I'll call you back in a minute.
and of course the one behind the ones and the twos to bring us to you with the ring. We always break the internet together with his fluffily top. He's one of the hip hop elves. Joe, y'all, is definitely in the building.
Hip hop elves.
What up, Joe? Joe is in the house.
And to the man to the right of me, he's a Superman in our hood. He do nothing but good. When it comes down to making the stand, it's none other than the man they call Calvin Man.
I had to sit in for the first time. It's the first time sitting in.
Let's just tell the truth. He's just waiting for his wife to get ready.
That's it. That's it.
So y'all, today we're gonna be talking about some things. Q or Don, y'all gonna talk about what's today's topic?
Don had broke it down. What we say? The importance of discipline.
The importance of discipline in your life.
There it is.
Well, y'all want me to start off?
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
Go right
I
ahead,
had no discipline. I'm like, no, the importance of discipline. Shut your ass down. The importance of discipline in your life is very simple. It's like certain things that you have to do. Like, especially, I'm not gonna lie. I just turned 50 a couple weeks ago, and I realized the discipline you have to have with your eating habits, with your food intake, because it's time to check the balls. It's ball check time.
It's been time, but yeah.
No, yeah, 48, 49, 50. But my doctor was like, time to check them balls in, bro. So I gotta go get my balls. I gotta go get my balls checked. Prostate cancer is very rapid within African males.
Actually, for African American males, prostate cancer should be checked
40.
in their early 30s, especially if you have someone in your bloodline or family
They had prostate.
that had prostate cancer.
Luckily, nobody had prostate, but I do. It was funny though when I be hearing okay, I don't want y'all to take this. I don't be piss checking, but you know, you be in the bathroom and you be hearing niggas piss start stop. But you know what I mean? I be want to tell you need to go get your balls checked. Because that's one of the first signs of urination keeps stopping and pausing in the midst of you having. That mean your prostate is bigger and you shouldn't. Yeah. And they be at the urinal like it ain't shit up. I'll be like, you need to go check that out.
Yeah, because you pissing. It should just be pissing.
It should be. It should be no stopping in the middle of you pissing.
I got
you know
you.
what? The question is why men don't like to go to the doctor.
Because we're scared to die.
Y'all don't like to go.
We're scared to die.
Go ahead, Cal.
If you don't go, you might. That's the.
Yeah, but it's back to.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Cal.
No, it's back to the discipline, right? If you love yourself, you treat yourself, you take care of yourself, right? These are all processes that men, we struggle in, right? Because just think about this, as a man, all we turn to pretty much do is give. Do this, provide, here, take this, go here, do this, right? And everybody else. So even when you start having kids, you fall to the third or fourth list on the thing. So everything we be concerned about, and people don't like to give men credit. I give a shout out to all my dads, my men, flat out, because you the coldest. You need to understand that. If you're an involved father, you're healthy, right? You want to stay healthy so you can be here, so your legacy can be painted. But health is one of the things, and it's one of the areas, like I go every 2 years. For me, that's important. I don't go every year. I go every 2 years, right? And for me, that's important because in that year, I'm going to check out everything. So then I wait. 2 years later, I go check again. But I'm 56. I don't have no pills, no high blood pressure, none of that.
He ain't a little person.
I'm a big guy, right? But I do my push-ups. I'm active in the community and those types of things. But men are fearful also because of the system and our words, where we say I'm staying out the way. So it's easier for us to chill and stay out the way. We choose that model often before going to take care of ourselves. Yeah. But I have to admit, in the last 5 years, more men are taking better care of themselves.
Yes, we are.
We are taking the steps. We are going to get the prostate. We are getting colonoscopies. We are doing those things.
We getting what?
Colonoscopy. I know. When I go, that's going to be the next thing I have to have. I've never had one, so that's going to be the next thing I have to have.
That sounds dangerous.
Colonoscopy is something that at some point they got to take a look at your colon.
Well, I'm not going. So what I do?
Stick the finger in your ass.
No, they putting a camera.
But listen, I got me a colonoscopy. That were in a test in my car. But they want me to shit in this little thing.
Oh, you got the kit.
Yeah, I got the kit.
You got a stick.
I got the shit kit.
The kit. Yeah, I used that the first time, right? But this next time I will have to. They will schedule me for a colonoscopy.
Say, Miles, the kit that you have in your car, is the motherfucker expired? Like, are you planning on using it? Or that motherfucker just probably been sitting back there. He's like, I know I need to use this one.
And you know, it's funny you say that because every time I think about my shit kit, I think of the commercial. The little thing comes like, hey guys, use me. I'll be like, what if that little motherfucker what if that motherfucker just pop up while I'm shitting? I'll be scared.
Stupid.
I'll be like, you know what, anyway. But no, seriously, no, you're right. We are getting at the age where we need to get checked. But Carol, you asked a question. I think most guys was actually scared to get themselves checked out because of women. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
Right.
Because every time a woman come back from the doctor, you hear bad news majority of the times.
But you know what?
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
You hear that shit, you be like, well, shit. she been doing all right. You know what I mean? Shit, I don't want to know.
I don't want to laugh, bro. That's a good shot. I don't want to laugh, but the
I missed the point.
No. Listen, the medical industry. We always been marginalized in the medical industry as black men, and so what we chose to do really was stay out the way. But now we're understanding. A few years back, we was doing fatherhood celebration walks. We did 11 straight years. We was talking about prostate cancer, colon cancer, right, breast cancer for men. Yeah. These are things that we have to get ahead of, right? And then it's all around, and I know brother at the end he gonna love this. It's all around the diet, right? What you're taking in. For prostate, I always wake up, tell all my friends, green veggies help your balls, keep you alive, make sure you bust, stay in the game, because if you're not busting, prostate cancer can settle in as well. So if you're not having a lot of sex, masturbate, because prostate cancer can settle in from the lack of busting.
See.
I have heard that. I didn't know if that was true or not.
I would say that you shouldn't tell people like that, right? Like
you
that.
gotta bust.
No, I know you gotta bust. But xvideos.com is not always the way you should bust. Okay?
No, but if you ain't got no woman and you're not putting yourself out here, masturbate.
Okay.
Get that net up out.
Well, I'm just saying, if that's the case, Pornhub is better. Go ahead. Cam, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, just me, period. I think that mind state needs to be changed. Only because, in my house, and I guess my mother was a teacher, so it was a different thing that you taking your ass to the doctor. Every 6 months, you going for the teeth. Whenever you need to go, even my father. So, and yeah, I guess because the way we treated our father, it's just appalling how we as women, ladies, treat these men. So we're going to have to do a lot better. Period. Just point blank. But
and women don't want to hear that shit.
My thing, and you know what? You don't want to hear it, but women, you gon' hear it because it's ridiculous. My thing is that if you have a pipe, and that pipe needs to be fixed, like I used to tell my daddy, why put a Band-Aid on it? And they're gonna charge us $800 now, and you don't do nothing. You put a Band-Aid on it, now you're gonna get charged $3,800 later. Right, so it's the same type of thing. That when you go to the doctor, even if you don't want to take the medication, because a lot of times I go and I'm like, you got me fucked up. I'm not taking this.
Right.
But at least now I know what I'm looking at. So now if I want to go holistic, I can go holistic. I can do whatever I need, CMOS, whatever I need to do. So,
but we talking about discipline, right?
Yes.
So when you talking about holistic, you have to be very disciplined. And here's why. Because when you taking natural shit, you just can't take that shit once or twice and be like, you straight.
Yeah.
It's a consistent thing. Like when Don got me on a regimen, right? Don, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell the world. I cheated, and I just tried certain shit to see what would work and what won't work, right?
But you can do that, can't you, Don?
You can, but I think here's the deal, right? The very first thing that I said to you was, I'm not gonna give you a whole bunch of shit to do. Right. The bottom line is we're creatures of habit. We have to do things. Sometimes we don't value taking the small steps. A lot of times when we talk about lifestyle changes, that shit can be overwhelming to somebody. When you start eating properly, it takes a minute for your palate and your taste buds to adjust to that shit. I had a partner who used to eat sweets all the time, my Henri. And I'll never forget, I told him one day, I was drinking some tea. I said, man, this tea's sweet. He tasted it. He said, man, I don't taste the sweetness in this shit at all. But that's because his diet was high in sugar at the moment. All right. But when he started to change his diet, one day he called me, he said, damn, I can taste this now. And so I tell people that you would be amazed at the mental connection to the food that we eat. Some of us are big on color. Some of us are big on texture. I know some people, they look at avocado, they like, man, I can't eat that. That shit mushy and it's green. Right? But listen, right? I probably would have said the same thing some years ago, but when I look at avocado, I think, dang, healthy fat, lower cholesterol, it's going to make my brain smart, my memory good. I'm eating that.
And big carbs.
That too. So the way that I'm viewing the food, it kind of hit me a little bit different. You get what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I'm like, shit, I'm going to find a way to make this shit work. I don't necessarily think it's I do agree with you, Miles. I do think it is a discipline thing once you get going, but truthfully speaking, I think it's more of just a unlearning, you know, some bad habits that we have.
And I would say this: I unlearned how not to eat a goddamn Reese cup, because this goddamn Reese cup I had 2. Right, I sat in that goddamn chair for an hour and a half and couldn't move. For real. I mean, because the regimen was at 11 a.m. I eat a handful of berries. Around 1:30, 2 o'clock, I eat a salad. Around 5, 6, 7 o'clock, I eat a hot meal. Right. My dumb ass said, you know what? I know what you're talking about, but I'm going to try this shit anyway. I'm going to eat the salad after I eat these goddamn Reese cups.
Kicked your ass.
Man, I was in a bitch like that.
I want to eat this salad.
Sugar ain't shit.
Yeah, listen, this is the craziest thing that I learned, that I tell people, if you can kind of conceptualize this, it will change the way that you view food. And here's the deal, right? Our stomach is, imagine a garbage bag, okay? If I take this garbage bag and I fill it with 10 pounds of bricks, all right, that's probably about 3 to 5 bricks, okay, that I'll just drop in there. Gotcha. I want you to peep something. When I put those bricks in that bag, they're going to go to the bottom.
To the bottom, yeah.
Okay, listen. If I fill that same garbage bag up with 10 pounds of leaves, it's damn near probably going to fill the whole bag up.
Right.
Okay, listen. The way that our stomach is made, imagine kind of like a toilet. All right, there is a lever at somewhere near the top that tells our stomach,
shut down.
Let all that food out.
Yeah.
All right, let's start breaking it down. Let's do this. Here's the deal. One of the reasons why most of us, after we eat heavy food for so long, we have to eat even more of it to make us feel full.
Yeah, because it's sunk to the bottom.
There you go. It's at the bottom, and a lot of us don't even realize that. When I learned that concept, I said, "Oh, wait a minute," because a lot of times when you're eating all those fruits and veggies and salads and all that shit, it's like, "Oh, you eating rabbit food, man." Listen, it's an easier way to just be a little bit more kinder on our body. That's it. I came in last week and I did a 3-mile race. I have not ran in like 3 years, and I was scared to do the shit. I was like, I'm just gonna walk. Believe it or not, I came third, right? And so after it was over, I was talking to somebody, and I'm like, listen, I truly believe that our diet will sustain us throughout so many situations, all right, in terms of our endurance, in terms of just giving us good energy.
Right.
And when we don't have that, we'll feel sluggish, we'll feel tired, all kind of stuff. Our immune system kind of break down. So I'm just kind of big on that kind of shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't believe we should be too sterile. Every now and then, grab you a company, dog. Go do what you do. You get what I'm saying? Right. But I will say that I'm at the point in my life where, I do think that just being conscious of, adding some color in our diet. I don't give a fuck about counting calories and all the other kind of shit. I just believe that just put the rainbow in you. You know what I'm saying? And we be good.
And I totally agree with you. What I definitely want to say about this too, about being dedicated, or what was the word we used? Discipline. Is that I understand why Muslims in the nation, or Muslims period, or the Nation of Islam, why they so much be in better health, because they are disciplined. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They have a disciplinary diet. They have a disciplinary walk. You know what I mean? Mm. And if Christians, our fellow Christians, who in the Bible it says we should practice to pray 5 times a day and all that stuff brings upon discipline, right? I was listening to Karis when he was telling us, he was explaining where the word nigger come from. And everybody think it's the Niger River and all that, but niggers was actually the scholars and teachers, you know what I mean, who built the first church and all that stuff, right? So
it wasn't a bad word.
It wasn't a bad word. It was actually a word of illumination. That's why they said most of the teachers was the Illuminati.
Oh, like the other word? Huh? We talking about the other word, like niggas?
No, nigger.
Oh,
because
I was thinking of the N-E-G-U-S. You know that word I'm talking about, right?
Nigger. That's another word. But that's Egyptian. That's Egyptian.
Okay. School me then, nigga. I'm learning.
But things of the
school me, nigger.
Things.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You couldn't help that. Calvin don't like that word, but that's what I'm talking about.
Did you have to code with your voice though?
I did. Like, excuse me, nigga. You got it, because it wasn't gonna be the same. I said, excuse me, nigga.
So when it comes to discipline, I really learned a lot. Like Ruff, he real disciplined. Look at him. No, he's still.
You can't see me. I'm not on camera.
No, he's really he's really taking care of that drink. But listen, what I've learned about discipline is that we definitely had to take baby steps. Don gave me a way to take baby steps. You know what I mean? But he was like, "Nah, I don't want to get you to walk," and he don't even really know. Sometimes I just walk around this parking lot anyway. But
It's
I
a
do
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Now,
But-
the discipline definitely, I think, come in now.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can blame discipline for our poor eating habits from before, though. Like, I think that we just didn't know, or like our parents didn't know, or couldn't afford it. Maybe that was the two things.
It's cheaper to go vegan, and people think it costs more to eat healthy, and it doesn't. When you compare the apple, yeah, it's easy. The apple in your neighborhood, yes, but if you go to a fruit fucking store,
People say that, but
fruit market,
it is more expensive because
It's not.
the shit don't last as long, so you have to buy more.
You gotta
What's
think about
really
this.
more
This
expensive?
Cooking it.
What's
No,
really
no.
more expensive are the things that you like. That's
There
your
you go.
draw.
There
Because
you
you
go.
can go in the grocery store, if you buy the things that's good for you, you'll eat them. Like you were talking about, when I went to the doctor a few years back, the doctor, they gave me 5 pills. 30 days later, when I come back in there, it's 12 pounds gone. She go, "What did you do?" Well, the first thing I did was I knew to get rid of red meat, right? So we got rid of the red meat and we went veggies, right? So that's the first thing. So that knocked me down to 2 pills. 30 days later, after I come back, because she brought me back in, 30 days later, what's going on? Your blood pressure is low. What's the problem? You don't have this. I just want you to take aspirins. Then I want you to try this cholesterol pill. So the cholesterol pill in January, I took 1 cholesterol pill. Well, where does cholesterol come in at? Meat. Right? So you're going to have a high level. If you got a high level of meat, you're going to have cholesterol. Cholesterol will take you out of here. So right away, immediately, okay, what kinds of meat really pours into that? So you look at your red meats, you look at those things. Okay, I'm all things about penis, right? Everything about me to make sure that my boy is still working, right? And that's true. I figured do. it. Green
Ain't nothing wrong
vegetables,
with that.
fish, right? Men are supposed That's to all my understand. motivation, yeah. Right. So like tuna is good for testosterone. You're supposed to eat plenty of that. Get you some tuna, right? Get you some salmon, those types of things, right? But be careful. Again, about those red meats, because those red meats you just don't know, right? And just for me, red meats always gave me a nightmare, right? I would actually see the slaughterhouse in my dream. Damn. So that was another reason why I moved away from that. But the green veggies, the walking, the exercise, the participating, the push-ups, those types of things, and being 56, and now I'm about to take it to another level because I want to look a different way by June 2022. So I'm going to take it to a different level, right? So there's some things that I'm going to do for me so I can attack that and approach that better, right? For me, that's important. But being honest with yourself is first key to your discipline.
Yeah, I agree.
Because of course I'm gonna get this in because I know I gotta go, right? But right,
You let my wife waiting on me.
right. One of the quotes I have years ago is one of my sport quotes that I've used in our apparel.
And you got a book full of quotes too.
Yeah, I got a book full of quotes. I'm about to do, well, thanks to you, Brother Miles. I finished my 15 Things of Fatherhood.
Look at God.
Right. And I got a book, a journal out right now, right, for men and youth and the whole nine. But the one thing I want to share is about discipline, and we should all remember this. Discipline is loyalty to oneself.
Yes.
I like that.
Now listen, I gotta interject you for 1 sec, because I think this is just to kind of shift the conversation. I know we've been speaking about discipline from a health aspect, but when I think of discipline, one of the first things that came to my mind was the importance of discipline when you're young.
Yeah.
And how it affects your life when you get older.
Yes, sir.
Because I feel like a lot of young men out here, they lack discipline, and because they lack discipline, it has a negative domino effect in so many other areas of their life that is pathetic. And I don't want to say it's pathetic. Let me use another word. It is very disheartening, simply because most of the time they when they are up against an obstacle, they run from it, oftentimes when they get to, you know, as men, we're wired to be problem solvers and find solutions. And a lot of young men, they always kind of searching for the easy way out of things instead of, let me push through these things. Right. And to me, when you start looking at, you know, all of the countries around the world, you know, people can say what they want about China and it being, you know, under like a communist kind of society and dictatorship, but the bottom line is they stress discipline for a lot of their youth at a very, very early age.
And you know what?
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you said that because China and them don't have Xbox. China and them don't have PlayStations. China and them don't even have fucking internet for the most part. You feel me? They don't. They eliminate the distractions that they know that they could come
I was just
by.
going to say that, but that is basically the U.S. is a big distraction. We have distractions and even though I know y'all talk junk, but from football to Xbox to whatever, eyelashes
Why you
for
had
the
to choose
women,
football, though?
because it's a distraction.
Well, China's doing
It's a distraction.
China is doing football now. China is doing professional football
That's
leagues
because
right
there's
now.
money in it.
Right, and
money in
to
that.
agree with you, brother, for 36 years, that's what I've been teaching to young men, right? So I agree with you. I think that is very important, even in our mentoring program, right?
That's why I brought up the video game shit.
Right, because you know I can't stand that shit, right? And the other thing. The other thing to that component, like you were saying about the discipline and the things, the biggest thing China teaches is respect, right? So we make sure that we teach our young men the importance of respect. That's why we call it Emmy National Respect Day, right? Because we're going to reteach in society about respect. So every April 6th, since 2016, we do a National Respect Day because we have to get to a place where we understand the importance of respect. I have to respect my elders. I have to respect, right? And we as a culture, independently, released a lot of standards to foolishness, right? And if we can just get to the place in understanding the importance of two parents, we can get to a place of understanding the importance of what dads real bring to the table. Fathers bring a component to the table that moms can't touch.
Absolutely.
Right?
And that is not to slight moms, but it's to say we're different.
State the
We're different.
facts.
At the end of the
But
day.
this is to add to that, bro, right? And I say this all the time, and a lot of people are shocked to hear it. When a father's involved with his child from birth to 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, the child lives longer.
I believe it.
No one can boast that but dads, right? And so foolishness has taken a place in a lot. We getting high. This is an undisciplined thing. We drive our kids to school, and we say we on meds, and we smoke weed, and our kids get out of school, and to go into school smelling like weed, and then we go in and talk to the teachers and the adults like, I'm grown. Just because I smoke weed don't mean my kids got to smoke weed.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
That's the dumbest shit ever, right? We get blown in front of.
I always say children go by what they see and not by what we say.
And I used to work in the school system, so I could tell you every child's name to this day that came in smelling like weed because you got out of the car with your mama. Plus, when your mama drop you off, they don't go to class; they go back and smoke some more weed. So you're teaching them something at an early age that you think, oh, it's legal, it's okay. No, it's not.
What you talking about? I'm grown. Anybody tell me this my kid, and don't you say shit to my child.
And your fourth grader that's smoking weed is telling
let
me.
Me tell you, and let me tell you something. And let me go through. And
Don't do your lips like that,
but
brother.
But that's what happened.
But back to the importance of like this conversation. Back to the importance of discipline. Discipline includes respect. Discipline includes integrity. Discipline includes a certain character that you need to have to be successful in your children's life. What is the most important thing about education that's missing is parents. And I'm gonna be clear. I'm making this very, very clear before I run out of here because I had to get all this in. But to make it very, very clear, the discipline of two parents most definitely outweighs the discipline of one. And we're talking healthy parenting, right? And, and we're talking, just to look at the reading levels, and I'll throw this last thing in there. Most households, our children are growing up with less than 30,000 words before they get to. And that is an impoverished mindset. Most houses are in the 300,000 to 1 million words before a child gets to
What is it, 7?
Kindergarten. Nope. Kindergarten. That's how many words. So you're talking about storytelling. You're talking about reading to your children. You're talking about how you talking at home. This is just discipline.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
If I have a child, what do I want for this child? Not giving them everything, because the fact that you give your child everything doesn't make you a good parent. What has happened is you've enabled your child, right, to not ever want to, what the brother was just talking about, earn. I expect you to give me something for
doing nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want to add to that too as well. I was just telling someone the other day.
Hold on, Cal, you got to go because I don't want to get your ass.
Don't get me bored.
Okay. All right. Hey, y'all, thank Cal. Go ahead. We want to thank Cal for just stopping in, though. Go ahead, Don.
Interesting concept. I was talking to a young lady, and she is Moroccan, and she said, listen, a lot of times back home, once a woman have given birth, for at least the first 6 months minimum, sometimes year, all of the aunts come and sisters, they come and they help raise that child. Right. Now, what's interesting about that is a lot of kids nowadays, especially just babies, you know, I hear a lot of women throw out there, oh, my child has separation anxiety and he's fearful of strangers and this and that. Well, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, I understand you spend a lot of time with your child, but it gets to the point now where we coddle them, all right? And it's just like we don't want to hear him cry at all. We don't want to, you know what I'm saying? And my point behind all of this is when that child is born and maybe you have 4 or 5 other family members that are all trying to help raise that child, they learn at a very early age, oh, wait a minute, it's not just one. So they always say it takes a community or a village to raise someone. But listen, one of the things that we have gotten away from, when I was a kid, again, if my neighbor said something, it was gold standard, just like maybe mom and dad said it. True. Get off my grass, man. Get off my grass.
Your ass off the grass.
And it didn't mean because you not my mom or dad, I can cuss you out and say, fuck you, old man. You know what I'm saying? Because he might come downstairs getting your ass.
But that's the problem, is that fuck you, get away from me starts with the mama. So because the kids have heard that so much, I'm sorry, ladies, but if you cuss at your kid all day long, especially
or that kid's father,
or the kid's father, when anybody else says anything to them, they're gonna say, hey, fuck you.
Yeah, they're gonna say the same thing. Absolutely.
Because that's a part of discipline about being a mother and a father.
But also it relies on the man laying down with the wrong woman, knowing damn well.
Or the woman saying, "Oh, I'm about to get pregnant. I'm about to have this baby just because he's cute."
Well, the seed hunters. You talking about the seed hunters?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they out here because seed hunting come with a check. I'm gonna leave it at that. My name is Calvin Man. I'm gonna slide up out of here. But seed hunting comes with a check. Yes,
and that's all they want is the check.
Well, I'm gonna give them a check, and it's gonna go to the no box. Like, no, bitch. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm
gonna use my acting skills. I'm a janitor.
I'm a janitor. Thank you. Oh no, I'm gonna use your acting skills. I'm him. I took advice from him. The next woman gonna be like, so, are you okay? How you doing? I'm okay unless you fuck with my money. You remember Don?
Nah, you stupid.
Don's like,
damn, thanks, man. How do you actually remember that line?
It was easy.
Shout out to my nigga remembering lines.
Right, it was one line.
One line.
Don is the coolest nigga getting shot too on camera. He just say, and it was
I was following directions.
Right, bro. This nigga was there.
No, listen, man, I'm from Penco, so, motherfucker get shot with a 22, we eat them bullets. That ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? They gonna live off of that. It wasn't like it was no 40 cal. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the 22, that ain't shit. That's like a BB gun.
No, I was just gonna say, I know this is always important about choosing, who you having a kid with.
Right.
And
because I made 2 fucked up decisions.
Right. And I feel like people make that shit. Right. I feel like people make that shit seem like it's so easy and shit, but like, what would you say? Like, from obviously you said you had some mishaps, right? So what would you say would be some classic signs to look for when it comes to discipline, right? Because like all the time you don't know if a woman gonna be a good mama or not. So like, if you looking for some red flags to see whether or not she's gonna be. She's going to instill good discipline in your kid. What would those red flags be? Yeah, both of y'all.
Go ahead.
Number 1, cleanliness. Mm-hmm. That's one.
Yeah. Number 2 for me would be respect for others.
Yeah.
Period. I don't like. There's nothing more. Listen, ladies, if you want to make a dude penis go soft, be disrespectful to any and everybody just because you a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just get out. I must cut you the fuck out just because. Yeah. When you see that a woman lacks respect for others, that's a red flag.
That's what it's gonna be with the kids.
She can be baby to you, but if she cussing everybody else out in a heartbeat, it's just a matter of time, my brother, before she get comfortable with your ass, and then you a BAN.
But let me add,
facts.
She not trying to do nothing.
Oh yes,
or he's not trying to do nothing.
Yeah, I mean that could be either way. That could be either way.
Well, I'm gonna say number.
We talking about women.
We talking about women.
I know, but like, you know.
Hey, look, her womanhood came out like.
I had it.
Okay.
I tried to hurry this.
We gotta have both.
Number 3.
No, 4. My 4.
4. Okay, number 4 is when you don't know too much about their background and they're not willing to give it up to you neither. When a lot of information is hidden, you know, when you got to go digging for information.
I like to say when their secrets have secrets, then that's a red flag.
That's a red flag
because they're not trying to tell you nothing.
Hey, these niggas got a whole
trying to tell you nothing.
And I'm gonna add to that.
Cordy.
When they don't have, they don't have strong friendships.
Yeah, that's what.
When you just a catty bitch and you just falling out, you got a new friend every month.
And they say,
you
well,
go through
I
12
am petty
new
like
friends
that.
in
I'm
a
petty
fucking
like
year.
that.
You got who is it? Is it everybody? I'm just tired of being so nice to people. No, bitch, you got issues and you need to fix them motherfuckers.
And a new member, but not a new member. He just an old ass friend. Rob Nichols said courting, which I agree.
The whole actual process.
The process, I agree, but I don't. The reason why I don't, Rob, I'm gonna tell you this because bitches be lying. That's one. No matter how.
My nigga Joe said we gotta clap that shit up.
I agree with you, Rob. I agree with Rob only because, and people have a fit. Steve Harvey took it and rolled with it. But yes, if you court somebody nowadays, it's Netflix and chill. They pump that into you. They program it.
So y'all ain't talking. You don't know shit about that.
You just come over because we gonna fuck and we gonna have this Coney Island and we gonna have some drinks. But you don't know nothing about each other at all.
Yeah,
so yes,
yeah, I agree. But the length of time, listen, the honest to God truth, and we could take a quick survey. Q, starting with you. How long do you think before you will have sex with somebody that you're dating?
Oh shit! Like I'm trying to, or like
you're trying to date.
Oh shit! This is a tough one.
No, it ain't no tough one.
Like if I'm trying to date her, or if I'm just trying to get the pussy. That's two different things.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not really.
Because sometimes you get the pussy and be like, oh, I want to date her, and then or you can be trying to date her.
I'm telling you right now, that's gonna go wrong. That's gonna go wrong. If I'm just trying to fuck and then shit, the pussy good, I'm gonna go ahead. No, that's gonna go wrong.
So let's just say you're trying to date.
If I'm really trying to date her, I want to give it like 30 days.
Okay, my point.
I really do.
Okay,
I really do. Like if I'm really trying to.
We heard your answer, nigga.
I have given it the least
every bitch in my inbox like this nigga lie.
Least amount of time, I'm gonna say probably about 100 days. It's been about 3-4 months. Longest probably about a year.
Nine.
That's courting.
Damn,
I have a rule that I follow.
Everything about her.
Mm-hmm. Not really.
If I'm dating a woman,
let me explain why. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to fuck until she tell me she trying to fuck.
There you
like
go.
that's just my rule. Like I'm not really trying to pursue it. Mm-hmm. I'm not about to sit up here and say that if she ain't trying to offer it, that depending on my mood,
right,
how I'm feeling, or you know what I'm saying, if she's somebody I want to get serious with, I might be like, all right, I ain't about to press the issue. But for the most part, the honest to God truth is, my mom told me a long time ago, like women will let you know when they're ready to take things to that level. You get what I'm saying? So that's for me, it's not an act for me to just try to be a gentleman. If I meet someone and I'm digging you, I ain't really trying to, just put the pressure on you to get some ass right off the rip, because I'm not gonna lie, like there's been times where if the shit that moved a certain kind of way, I be kind of annoyed. I be like, damn, man, I wanted she do that shit with me,
everybody else,
Joe, Miles, and Q. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Don't worry about you doing with Miles, goddamn. Don't worry about your goddamn self.
And that's what I meant by 30 days, because like when like vibe and energy is a real thing, and sometimes if you give a bitch the right vibe, you can fuck that night.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I said. So my point is the two people in here tomorrow. It takes long distance and time.
Okay, well,
right?
let me break it down.
Hold on. I'm about to ask you, Kat. I'm about to ask you. Have you ever waited to date a nigga for a year just didn't have sex after 1 year?
Yes.
Okay, that's dope. You
Why
right?
sex so important, though?
No,
but
no, that ain't my question, Rob. Have you ever dated a woman for 1 year and never had sex with her?
I sure have.
Okay, now, but
you a lying motherfucker.
I need to break it down.
I don't believe you.
Because here's the difference. Here's the difference in courting. See, y'all got the wrong understanding.
Shit, you got to cut down my mic on.
Courting.
Might as well. Shit.
Want you. Courting just didn't have to do, if you grew up to understand the courting the way I understood it. Courting had to do, you had a whole lot to do. You had to learn her. Then you had to be around long enough to meet her father. That's his, her father was around.
That's real courting.
I understand that's different. I understand times are different.
Your old ass.
Yes, I have. I mean, I had when I was in high school. I had a girlfriend that because it wasn't about sex for me.
I'm not talking about
I was really interested in. Wait a minute now. You do like you asked everybody to listen to you. Listen, I met her parents, and they established in my mind enough of me to say, damn, I got enough more respect for you to even go there.
As an adult, nigga.
As an adult, hell no. No, but listen though.
Fucking point, because some motherfuckers need to understand the history behind courting. Listen, that may be different. You making a valid point, my brother, and I want to just say this.
So you don't want to evade that?
I got 2 girls. I tell both my, hey, listen, if the motherfucker's scared to meet me, he a bitch motherfucker. I don't even want him around you. Yeah. My daughter was dating somebody, and I asked one time, she really digging him. And I said, listen, next time you're around, you do it or whatever. She's in high school. I said, tell him we're going to go out to lunch, right? Mm-hmm. So a couple weeks passed, shit don't happen. I call her. I say, hey, what's going on with such and such? So I see him somewhere, and I'm like, yo, what's up? When we getting together, let's go out to lunch or something. Now, mind you, when we get out, I'm not saying this, but when we get out to lunch, motherfucker, that's when you gonna get this interview popping. Yeah, right. I'm just trying to keep it chill. Yeah. This motherfucker said to me, oh, man, I ain't really pressed the issue, Mr. Snipes, because, my money wasn't right. Motherfucker, I'm not asking you to take me no motherfucking right. I just said bring your ass to lunch. Yeah. Because when I came up, when somebody parents said something to your ass, you got your ass over there.
You did that shit. Ain't no excuse. Yeah,
ain't no, I'm trying to get I'm not your fucking buddy.
And trust me, at that age, I was scared to talk to a big daddy and shit for sure.
You wanted to add the idea of adulthood into it.
No, that was my point.
I know, but the point I'm making is the woman that I waited that long with turned out to be my wife, and we was 10 years in the game. We was 10 years. As adults, we just fuck up a relationship. It took me all of the time when I was in high school with her. I met her mama, I met her grandparents, I met her everybody in her family, and then we got back together as adults, and I had that much more respect for her that allowed me to be with her for 10 years. After a while, we found out we had personality differences. And
motherfucker can't meet me. I got a problem with it. Motherfucker scared to meet me.
I got a problem.
I got a problem with it. And I might kick his ass if something goes left. You real talk. If he meet me first, it might be a little buffer. Like, hey, motherfucker, y'all got a little problem.
And that's my point.
He needs to be goddamn.
For me, being a woman, if you go out with somebody and they know that don't nobody got your back, you don't have no brothers, sisters, nobody.
That's what niggas try to put their hands on you.
They try to put your hands on you. They will do all kinds of stuff to you. And on top of that, my major thing is the reason why you date people so long. Joe, we go and bowl. Rob, we go and have tea. We go and have some dinner. Whatever it is, that's gonna let me know which one of y'all motherfuckers is crazy. Somebody out here don't have it all together.
And I get that.
Anybody and it's so because it is now, and I always say after the reset, after all this stuff we've been going through for the last couple of days, people are off their rocker. And you are giving your baby girls away to these crazy people.
But now I would say this, so y'all can understand even better. In our days, the courting worked to a certain degree. Can y'all agree to that? Yeah. To a certain degree, right? Where you would think so a lot of us come from single parent households. A lot of us come from being with two parents, both parent households, and we had very limited distractions. The majority of distractions that we ever had was a 3-way telephone, correct? Mm-hmm. That's the majority.
At best, yeah.
Right. So now, the reason why I say courting would not last or do shit in this day and age, it needs to be some parents involved with the two people that's trying to be together, is because we do have social media that fucks up everybody's head all the time.
I agree.
Pornhub is free.
Pornhub is free. and we used to have to sneak into the back of the liquor store and go in the beads and pick the videotape, okay? Yeah. They don't have to do that no more.
Had to watch porn on the big TV.
Right.
I'm just saying, like real shit.
Right.
Niggas pull out their phone now and shit.
On the big TV, might have to pull out the VHS tape that uncle had hidden in the shoebox under the bed. Like, damn, I don't know.
And they got
make sure that motherfucker
in the right spot.
Right. Make sure that motherfucker ain't coming down.
Hey, you make the mark. Y'all remember making the marker on the VHS?
How the fuck did y'all do that? I ain't know how to do that.
You just hit the 0 button. So when you fast forward to go ahead, you rewind and go back to 0.
Shit, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So
shout out to niggas that never know nothing about that.
Right. So
that was discipline.
So I would say courting is not a thing. I think courting needs to be an escorted type of courting, if that's going to be the case.
Say old school. I'm going with you.
It need to be a thing where the father say, "Listen, you can come over. Y'all can sit at the dining room table."
Bro,
you know what I mean?
You think? I'm gonna ask all y'all this because I know all y'all got kids. I ain't got no kids and shit. But do y'all think that shit will ever get back to that?
No.
To like motherfuckers actually courting?
If
no.
you,
you don't think so?
Yes, only though, if we're talking about discipline, right? So that means it takes upon the parent to be disciplined enough
to just instill that shit.
That mindset.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying.
I get involved in mine. Like they think I'm nosy. I don't give a fuck. Exactly. Like I'm not letting shit slide. And listen, they can be mad at me now. Thank me later.
Exactly.
I ain't tripping.
That's for sure.
But any motherfucking young man that call himself like a mine, I'm getting right in their shit with it. And it's not even about me being ignorant or being disrespectful to him, because I want him to... One thing that I always do with my girls is I told them all while they were coming up, I'm like, listen, like I don't talk to you reckless, because when you get older
you don't
and a
no
motherfucker do that to you, you need to know, wait a minute, this feel uncomfortable. This feel different.
You need
My dad ain't never talk. Yeah, I need you to really stop for a moment. Yeah, like that. And I tell, and one thing that I also always instilled in my girls have been, I want y'all to have a voice. So again, we talking about discipline. Throughout the years, I've always been adamant as saying, hey, listen, you're a young lady and you have a voice, even with me. I've always had the discipline to tell my kids, listen, your ass might be in trouble right now, but even after I finish, giving you this motherfucking speech, speak your mind and tell me, say what's on your mind.
I did the same thing.
I want them to not be scared to voice their opinion. You understand what I'm saying?
How did you learn that? Because I don't think our parents ever gave us that option.
They didn't, and that's how I learned that.
So
Back in the day, and listen, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason why I started that is because as I got older, I started to see a lot of our parents, man, when they fall out with their siblings or their other family members, they take that shit to the grave.
To the grave.
And listen, and what I started noticing was, wait a minute. When we was younger, it was skating parties, barbecues. We get older, motherfuckers get beefed up. Now y'all not talking no more, and then y'all taking it, y'all dying. Not talking to your cousin or your sister or your brother over some fuck shit. Mm-hmm. So to me, what I noticed was that basically was some toxic shit. It wasn't a healthy relationship. So for me, it was like, yo, listen, I'm done with those days of go sit your ass down in that corner and shut the fuck up and ask me no questions.
Right.
We not doing that.
Right.
I do realize sometimes some of these kids y'all ask too many motherfucking questions. But listen, I say all that to still say this. I never wanted mine to be afraid to use their voice when it come to any motherfucking body.
I'm glad you said that. This weekend, I took my daughter to Olive Garden, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I dropped something out of my pocket. Mm-hmm. So she was sitting there, standing there at the door, and so the guy was like, "No, go ahead." She said, "No, I'm waiting on my daddy." Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? My daddy opened the door for me. You know what I mean? She said, "I'm sorry, but no." Right, and so I had a little teary-eyed moment. I said, "Buddha, he opened the door for you." He said, "But he not you."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow." That made me understand that my baby, that everything that I told her about getting respect. Mm-hmm. If I do it for you, you feel me, and somebody else trying to be with you or marry you one day, they better do way more than this shit. You know what I mean? And so she was like, "Dad, do you think I listen when you tell me things?" I said, "Yeah," but she said, "No, I really, really listen."
They always listen.
Because her mother relationship,
it just don't always sink in.
But the dynamics of her mother and is different from when she's with me. Mm-hmm. Perfect example: 7 years old, took her to Applebee's. I told her some things. She was like, "Yes." She was like, "Yes." Yeah. Your mama taught me that. Listen, so I had to take her out.
Mama jokes.
I had to take her out a lot. I had to feed her fish at Belle Isle. Listen, so.
Yeah, well, we get started on that. We're talking about discipline tonight.
Okay, we're talking about that shit. Say, dog, say discipline. Yeah.
I'm gonna be disciplined enough to shut the fuck up right here.
Right. So Poodle was like, she was like, "Yes, no," and she talking to me. Her mother said, "Hold on, Naveen, why you gonna talk to me like that?" She said, "Well, he my daddy. You my mama. You let me do whatever I want to. My daddy, he don't play that."
That's the problem. And I'm sorry. That's what I've seen. Sorry, ladies. That's what I've seen.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. We not apologizing for fuckery.
Oh, okay.
On this show. We not apologizing. We speaking the real on this shit. That Collins shit and letting shit slide
is over.
It fucks children up.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, I don't like that. I don't like that at all because
I like Donald Snipe. That's a good guy over there.
I've seen children that will tell you, and just like your daughter told you, is that mommy lets me get away with anything. Yeah. And I understand raising kids. I don't have kids myself, but I have raised kids. I've raised nephews, nieces, their friends. And if you let children, you're tired, I get it. You gotta cook, I get it. You gotta watch the kids, do whatever you gotta do, I get it. But the thing about it is that if you let them get away with one thing, then they are hellfire monsters on everybody else. So, I mean, and they know what they can get away with. They're going to lie to you more.
That sounds like a drunk. His drinks cut your front off.
Listen, they know how to play both sides, and
they know how to play both sides, and they're going to play the mama the worst because they know daddy's not going to let them get away with that.
Right.
But they're going to play mama every single time.
Again, I think the importance of just discipline, period. And shout out to Chef for bringing up the topic tonight.
Chef.
Here's the deal, all right? And I feel like, again,
Hold on, before you go further. Chef, if you're watching, the link over here is way different than the other one. And I forgot to send it to you. Go ahead.
Okay. But shout out to you, Chef. Shout out to you, Chef. But I say this.
Wow.
The importance of discipline in a young man's life can, to me, really, really make a significant impact in this world. Period. Again, women, you guys go through your own things in terms of being disciplined and not, allowing yourself to get sexually involved and get pregnant at an early age. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. And here's the deal. As men, we need to understand the importance of discipline at a very, very young age, whether it be respecting our elders, respecting the women that's in our lives. There's some young men out here who lack respect for their own mother, and their mother would kill for them, would do anything for them.
Yeah,
okay?
Sure.
And I say that to say that it's so important that, you know, I feel like our generation, that given the opportunity, we need to make sure that we impress that upon a lot of these young men. I think that there is a lack of men that are willing to step up to the plate, you know what I'm saying, and let these young men know, like, hey, listen, don't do A, B, and C. You know, I tell my younger cousin all the time, I'm like, listen, because my uncle said this to me. He said, listen, you can't be foul and nasty to every woman you meet. He said, what happens that day that you go for that job interview and you've been a fucking asshole and you know you might be on your fucking knuckles and you walk in that room and that sister sitting behind that chair. Yeah, she said she the one. Yes, and he gave that as an example. But I mean, again, just life period. At the end of the day, you never know who you gonna have to come across again. You understand what I'm saying? There's been some times as I've gotten older where if I did some stupid shit, I might have to reach back out like, hey, listen, I fucked up. You get what I'm saying? Listen, as long as we breathing, there's nothing wrong. Correction is never punishment. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, listen, at this time in my life, I was on some knucklehead shit, but right now, when I come to the realization that I wasn't right about that shit, I need to make the correction. Now, whether she accepts it or not, it's her business.
That's on her.
But again, as a man, and being disciplined enough to say, hey, listen, let me see, because I like what the brother said earlier. Along with discipline comes respect. Comes a lot of other shit. Comes integrity. You get what I'm saying? It's just not one thing. So that's why it's so important.
And
Shout out to Chef, man.
Don, I would say this, like I tell anybody, start using your vows. Use your motherfucking vows. A, be accountable. E, I always operate with excellence. You know what I mean? I work with integrity all the time. Right. Keep your integrity. O, create opportunities for other people, right? U is for the unification for your resources so you can become the source. And why? Because it's fucking yours. And it's
Wait. I ain't even on the show tonight. I'm working behind the boards tonight, y'all. Y'all, wait. I got a feeling that there's some folks out there that didn't get that, bro. You gotta hit us one more time with that one.
That's right. All right, one more again with some bourbon, with some Kentucky straight. By the way, shout out to the Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey on the Okay, so
hold on, what's that? These niggas sponsoring us? What the fuck?
They need to.
As much as we drinking.
They will after this episode.
So I'm telling everybody, use your vows. A is definitely for accountability. E is for operating with excellence. I is for working with integrity all the fucking time. O is for creating opportunities for other people. U is to unify your resources so you can become the source. And why? Because it's fucking yours.
Wow, I like that, Mom.
And spiritually, even though this is a spiritual thing, my thing is whenever you do something, always think, because people are like, you know, oh, you get karma back. Karma never comes back to you like you think it will do.
At all.
Never.
Yeah, at all.
The only thing I can tell you how it does is your granny used to say, can't nobody do you like Jesus. So you don't know what you going to get back. You have no clue.
And if Jesus come back wearing some Jordans, we all understand. Or some Yeezys.
Hey, Ma, can I just add this too? I really like what you just said with the vows and everything. But for those that can't remember all their vows, you know, that are over 30, it's okay. I have one where you could just use one consonant. Okay, that's it. The F. All right. All right. Be first. Be fair. Be firm, and be flexible. Okay.
And don't be scared to say fuck it.
I like that. Let's say the 5. I like that. The 5 F's. The 5 F's. But again, with discipline, be first. Set the tone for yourself. Don't always expect something from others that you're not willing to give yourself. I had a listen. Shout out to my ex. She used to get on my ass about this shit. Listen, if
he said years later he understood.
I gotta give her them flowers. But listen, if I said some shit to her, sometimes you know we it's cool for us to be the accountability partner, but we also got to receive some accountability when the motherfucker giving it to us as well. So she'll be like, Don, you said this, But you not doing that. And then when she say that, something would just eat me up. I'd be like, oh, wait a minute, I can't do that. I don't want to think I'm no hypocrite. Because here's the deal. Our word has power behind it. And when somebody see that we're not aligning with the words that's coming out of our mouth, they don't receive it the same way. It don't have the same amount of power. That's that spiritual thing you was just talking about.
Yes.
All right, but again, be first, be fair, be firm, be flexible, be fair with everybody. Don't worry about what everybody's doing and let one person get away with one thing and somebody else get away with the next. Because people, again, you never know who's watching you. All right, be firm. Let your yes be your yes and your no be your no.
And I would like to give out a tip of the day. If anyone who's unfamiliar, Jeff Bezos and them just dropped the Amazon coin. Okay,
the digital
for cryptocurrency.
How much is it?
It's only $2.97. I advise anyone.
Only?
I'm glad that he. I'm not even.
What's the name
camera,
of it, though?
I'm not even. I'm not on the camera tonight.
Oh, I got you.
I'm glad that you mentioned that. Whenever Mr. Dixon opens this up, maybe next week. So, folks, that's y'all listening. We have somebody that's coming in, a young person, and I hope you bring your young people, your teenagers, and your family, your young people. My nephew, he's really big on the crypto thing, particularly into the NFT market.
Right, I want to know some more about that.
My nephew, he's coming in next week on Girth. He's doing big. He's doing really good. He just did an 800% profit just last week, and that wasn't his first profit. So and he's in the process of now even creating his own brand in that NFT market, and people are very receptive. He's making a lot of money. So I'm glad you mentioned that, Miles. I'm gonna get back up, but he'll be in next week if that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
Because what's going to be happening with Girth, we're going to be teaching definitely. We're talking about us as men and discipline. So definitely finances is going to be one of the things that we're talking about. Right now, if you buy $200 to get you 67 cryptocurrency coins with Amazon, right?
That's dope.
Analysts said that the Amazon cryptocurrency will probably jump up to over $14,000.
I don't doubt it.
Listen. $14,000 in 9 months. So
Times
that's
60 shares.
Can I give you my story?
Go ahead.
I was going to invest in Bitcoin, and I got scared because, of course, you always have the naysayers and the,
I mean, it's all a risk.
Yeah, it's all a risk. It's still a risk, and you still have to study. But I dropped $20 into a simulation instead of dropping the $20 into the Bitcoin. And I watched it and watched it and watched it. That $20 right now is worth $57,686. So one of those coins is worth $57. So definitely, if you have $20, just like Miles said, if you got $100, if you got $200, put it in there, watch it. If you don't have that much, it's $2 and what you say, 97 cents.
97.
Bro, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm gonna put it like this. Get your mans in them and do a group effort if that's what it takes.
How about this?
It's all right to do group economics.
Definitely,
it is fucking fine. Like you don't have to get the whole 57,000.
Right.
Let us put in 20 apiece with 10 motherfuckers. Let's make that 60,000 between 10 of us.
And I'm
like people, black people, be scared of that.
And here's the thing: when I'm trying to tell people, listen. So he just launched it today, right?
That's today, huh?
It's at 1.4 million buys.
Tomorrow that motherfucker will be $1 Brazilian.
So all I'm trying to tell people
Get that
is
bitch tonight as soon as you get off.
and you can get it directly on Amazon, so you don't have to really go to Coinbase.
Oh, wow.
Hold on,
That's
what?
even doper. That's even doper.
Yeah, because I was just looking. I can't find. They're not tradable on Coinbase. I just looked while you were talking.
Amazon.
Yeah, they don't
It's not tradable on Coinbase right now.
Try to keep it on their own.
So
Amazon on my shit, boy.
And
Amazon on some
it
shit.
is just open. You can now buy homes with Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
You can buy a house
Yes,
with
they
it.
announced. Actually, Amazon announced that back in February that they would be allowing Bitcoin as payment.
Damn.
So people really need to get into it because back in the day, once long ago, they had gold bullion or whatever it was called.
It's
And
$75.
They traded it in for greenbacks. And if you didn't know what greenbacks is the money that you see every day.
Fiat currency.
So
Fiat
now
currency.
fiat currency. So
Which is
now they're
only
trying
a number and a computer.
exactly. It's only a number in a computer. Now they're trying to switch from greenbacks back to gold. But at the same time, they're going to Bitcoin. So the only thing I can say is, people, please look into it, because the long story short of it is, when you have a 401k and you can't go to the bank and get those greenbacks anymore, you are going to be wondering why.
I'm glad you said that, Carol. Listen, so everybody who's watching us, they can hear our voice, they can see the tone of our skin. That's all I'm asking you. When it boils down to it, always go with the no. Bet on the no. Go with the impossible.
Yes.
Go with the impossible, because who would ever thought our most favorite or best known rapper in the whole world would be white? Who would ever think that you would have the biggest transportation company don't even own no cars?
Facts.
Right.
The biggest commodity of marketing don't even own their own content, which is Facebook.
That's right.
Who would ever know that the biggest market mall in the whole fucking world don't own no products?
Facts. Right.
Don't own none of them.
And dig this. Let me tell you something smart what Jeff Bezos did. So a long time ago, it's two things I got to tell people this. It's two things I fucked up on. I put the race card at the wrong moment. Google had
Me too. On Google?
Google.
Yes.
They said, okay, it's $4 a share, right? But you had to buy 10,000 shares to get it at $4.
Okay.
I didn't see that print.
Right.
I went to Ann Arbor. I'm like, fuck this thing. I'm about to get in on this.
about to jump in,
I
man.
got $10,000. I'm about to buy whatever I can with this 10,000.
Yeah.
Well, they're like, okay, so my bill came on my tab. They printed it. I said, what you mean? This number not right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because with 10,000, I'm supposed to get like with 2,500 shares, right? They're like, no, I'm sorry, Mr. Dixon, you get 720 something shares, because you have to, spend this amount in order to get that 40,000. I said, no, that ain't what the fuck, y'all, because I'm a black dude, I pulled that bullshit.
That's
right?
where you blew it.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
So,
You've been doing good with just that.
shit, I'm really. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got it. It was $5 a share, and it was no stipulations. And they were like, "What is it called?"
Wait a minute, but you was a college student, wasn't you?
No, I was in New York at that time.
Okay.
And they were like, "It's called Google," and we were like, "What?"
The fuck is a Google?
We was like, "No, we'll see about it later."
Yeah.
Didn't
Man,
get it.
Google is a fucking verb now.
Did you know that anybody know
verb.
that Google is actually a number higher than trillions and all of that?
The word Google?
The word Google.
Google.
It means a number?
You got to remember.
It makes sense.
You got to remember.
A
You got to remember
gigabyte.
that the English letters that we use represented numbers in Roman and Greek.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
So if you just do a little research,
Yeah.
you'll see that it just tripped out.
Got Google or Google,
my
man.
nephew, the one that's coming on next week, actually kind of brought it to my attention. I was like, damn, I didn't even think about it like that. Every
wild.
letter through A through Z has a value, a number.
And the only problem, the only people who don't value shit is black folks.
Say that again.
I mean, to be honest with you. So right now we have a lot of wisdom at this table. I don't even want to say that the people at this table are smart. This is nothing but wisdom.
Right.
This is life experiences and things that we have gone through where we've seen results, some things we didn't see results out of, and we can actually make an intelligent calculation of what to be. So with that being said, as I bring to you as we came, we gonna leave. Don, tell people where they can find you at.
You can find me on this app trying to find these Google coins right now. This Amazon coin, that's the fuck you can find me. Don't worry about what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to get this coin, goddammit. So I can share with the rest of y'all, because I'm looking for that shit right now. That's where you can find me.
I got it right here.
You can find me with my nose in a book trying to find some shit.
Right.
Cat, where can they find
He
you?
ain't just hearing
They
about
can
it.
find
He
me
moving.
right now at Carol Doll, DOLL. I have to give out my whole government. I need to change all of that up. But it's Carol Addison.
Okay.
Lady Cap 1.
Q, where can they find you at?
Yeah, shit right there. They fucked up. You can check me out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, man. eblockradio.com. On the Wake and Bake Show, shout out to my man's Angry Man and More Money. Tuesday to Thursdays right here on podcasting. On the Rise and Grind Show. Tuesday night on Girth. And then check me out on Instagram, man, at q.lewis313. You already know what it is, man.
It's your man
Q. Q Lewis holding it down live.
Gang, gang, bitch.
And you know what, Miles? I totally forgot about my other show, The Truth.
Yeah.
Make sure you catch me on The Truth on Thursday at 9 o'clock.
Podcastic
on
too.
Podcastic.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Miles Dixon.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, before we end out, I would say you can always reach me at mdixon313. This nigga Don is getting up. He said, I gotta get this drink and get this Amazon coin.
I heard you say this. Success loves speed.
Oh.
Right, facts.
You did?
We gotta get on this shit, though.
Success loves speed. What we fucking around? Anyway, I'm on the site. I don't see this shit on here.
Look.
Yeah, we gotta find that shit. I gotta hit my man's now.
Oh, hey, babe, what's poppin'?
Are we still on?